Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is iTalk.
Go back to the chess club.
Here, and in today's video, we have a brand new video. So Lucas7Yoshi helped me out with a series that I've been doing where every update, I would go over all the skins that were ran the most and that were least ran the most and everything like that. Well, Lucas7Yoshi actually combined the results of all the replays that we got from Chapter 2 Season 5 and compiled them all into a nice little Excel sheet for us. This is over 1.3 million players tracked now through replays. And we have a lot more interesting stats now because we have such a big amount of replays here. And I wanted to make a few videos kind of dissecting this whole list here. So the first video we're going to make of it, which is going to be today, is the most popular or rarest exclusive skins. Now, we've all kind of really wondered, like, what is the rarest exclusive skin? Because exclusive skins in of itself are very hard to come by. Most of them are expired, most of them require you to get a console or a controller bundle or even a phone. Now, I never actually figured out what was the most exclusive out of all the exclusive skins, if that makes any sense. But today we got some pretty interesting results from the 1.3 million players tracked, so let's see what we actually had here. Now, these are all people that were running the skins actively, and they were caught through replay mode. That's about it. So if they have them in their locker, it does not count. But I like to think that people want to run the rarest stuff they have, right? So this isn't 100% completely accurate, but for right now, this seems to be what are the most exclusive exclusives. I don't even know how I'm going to title the video. What are the most exclusive exclusives? That sounds really dumb. Regardless, let's get right into it. So we're going to start from the one that is being used the most. Now, this one caught me off guard because I didn't think that this was the most used exclusive skin, but it seems like it's iconic with 1,393 people running iconic. Great skin, honestly. Red and black is a great color scheme. One of my favorite exclusive skins. Actually, I think it is my favorite exclusive skin. Just for the hoodie, the color scheme, the theme of it. It's a great skin. I really do enjoy it. I know a lot of people like Scenario, and because that emote is so popular, the only way you could get that emote is by getting iconic. So I'm assuming that's why so many people have iconic, and that's why so many people are running it. But really interesting stuff here that it seems like iconic is the least exclusive skin at the moment, but not by far, because with 1,389 people running, that's 4 less than iconic, is Wildcat. Unbelievable. I did not think Wildcat would be this overused, honestly. But at the same time, I guess it kind of makes sense. It's a sweat skin, and it's a skin that a lot of people do seem to gravitate towards. It's a unique character model. The edit styles are actually pretty neat. I said before that I thought it was kind of weak. It took a little bit to grow on me. I still see the appeal to it. It's a great exclusive skin. It seemed like one of the most basic exclusive skins we ever had. I don't know. Really cool skin though. It is actually the second most used exclusive, but again, by less than 4 replays that were caught with people running the skins. So it's not much different. I think actually Wildcat might be more used than iconic. It's just with the replays we have with, once again, we have over 1.3 million players tracked through replay mode. Wildcat seems to be just a little bit under iconic. The next skin we have here is Neo Versa with 1,060 people running the skin, and I genuinely thought this was going to be the most used skin just because of how easy it was to access. It's an okay skin. It's just Versa with blue instead of red, and Versa's a 1,500 V-Bucks skin when you could have gotten the skin for like $5. It was a really cheap skin to get. So yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't going to be the most exclusive, but it seems like it's being ran less than Wildcat and Iconic. But who knows? There could have been 1,000 more replays that we didn't get, and all of them were running Neo Versa. That's how tricky this system is. But again, we have to just go off with the stats that we have right now. So it could change very well in the next season when we get all the replays for that season, because it could be drastically different. We'll have to wait and see on that. Next skin right underneath of that is Trailblazer at 966. Now, I didn't really want to include the Twitch Prime skins just because it seemed like a lot of people already had those skins, but Trailblazer seems to still be ran a lot. You got this from Season 4, I believe. You got it as a Twitch Prime reward, and honestly, it's a really good skin. It's not one I run at all, but it's still a neat skin nonetheless. Moving on from Trailblazer, we have the Glow with 851 times being used in all of Chapter 2 Season 5. This skin is actually a really nice one. It's got a nice prismatic feel to it, and it's a Fate reskin, and Fate's a 2000 V-Bucks skin, and this was accessible through a lot of different ways. And actually, if you guys remember, you could gift this skin to people. If you didn't want it and you just wanted to give it away to someone, if you had one of the 25 different devices, I think it was more than 25, I think it was like 32 devices, you could have got the skin on. If you didn't want it, you could just gift it to people, which is pretty neat. So yeah, a lot of people have the glow skin, makes sense. Again, so many devices allowed you to get this skin. Still a really cool one nonetheless though. Next one we have here is the Havok skin at 656. Another exclusive for the Twitch Prime Pack 1, which was from Season 3, and it's a pretty good skin. This is probably the best one out of all the Twitch Prime Pack skins, and that's not really saying much because we only had 3. Still, Havok is pretty good. It's like a Raptor reskin, except it's definitely not the same clothing. It's the same character model and all, but actually pretty unique character. I think Tfue ran this a lot back in the day, but yeah, pretty cool skin nonetheless. It's just alright to me. I don't run it very much. Next skin we have here is the Surf Strider at 508. This was the Intel exclusive that was such a pain to get. I remember making that video and I'm like, this is like the most confusing thing to ever do to get the skin, but it was still pretty easy to get. So yeah, a lot of people got the Surf Strider skin, and honestly, I think it's the weakest exclusive we've ever had. It's just not very appealing at all. Next skin we have here is Galaxy with 430 people running it. Now, Galaxy is a very flashy skin. It's probably the coolest exclusive. If I had to be real here, I think Galaxy was the flashiest exclusive just because of how bizarre the character was. It was just a default character with Galaxy overlaid to him, and that was unique for the time back in like Season 5. So a lot of people really wanted this skin, and for good reason. And I think it's still a pretty good skin. I like the backbling a ton more than the actual skin itself, but that's just me. And if you can believe it, Galactic Disc was actually ran 1,682 times. So in reality, is Galaxy really that unique above everything else? In terms of skins being ran, I still think it's pretty good, but for most people having it, it does seem like it's higher in numbers though, just because so many people are running the Galactic Disc. But still, not many people are running the Galaxy skin nonetheless though. Next skin right after that is Rogue Spider Knight with 405 people running it. This was a tougher exclusive to get just because it was really hard to obtain it in the very beginning. I'm pretty sure that me and Pizzo were like the first 2 or 10 people to get this skin just because you couldn't get it off of Amazon. There was no site selling it at the moment. I had to go to my local Target to just snag one, and I was able to get one like that. I would have rather just bought a code off of somewhere, but regardless, Rogue Spider Knight comes in here with 405 people running it. Next skin after that is Wonder with 345. Now, I thought this would be ran a little bit more, considering once again, I'm pretty sure it's like a sweat skin, but the Honor 20 was a little bit more difficult to obtain than the Honor 10 phone. I believe I'm saying those numbers correctly. Wonder is a pretty cool skin. It's just a reskin Shadow Ops, and in the beginning, I didn't really like it, but of course, when you slap the exclusive tag on anything, it makes any skin more desirable, regardless of how much effort and quality was put into the skin. Regardless though, we got Wonder at 345. Eon is up next at 259. Eon, what a classic Xbox exclusive here. I think you're able to obtain all of the Xbox exclusives like today, considering the fact that I don't think any of those codes expire at all. The PlayStation ones, absolutely. The Nintendo Switch ones, I do believe they do too. So kind of weird that you could still get all the Xbox exclusives, but you just can't get some of the other ones. Moving on though, we have Royal Bomber with 235 people running it. One of my personal favorite exclusive skins. Just a really nice attention to detail skin. It's another Raptor reskin, but once again, I do think that the beret is really nice and the glasses are really cool. It's just a really interesting outfit. I like it a lot. It's good. Next skin after that, though, we have Sub Commander at 185. Now, because people were running Havok more than Sub Commander, Sub Commander still seems like a skin that everyone kind of has. If they have Havok, they definitely have Sub Commander because you got them both at the same time. Regardless, though, not many people are running Sub Commander. I can see why. I don't like the skin much at all. It's just not for me. It's a little bit dorky for me, but still, it's an exclusive skin at the end of the day, kind of, sort of. It's Twitch Prime. It's not that difficult to obtain. Next skin we have here is Stealth Reflex at 147. Now, I'm not going to touch on Reflex, even though apparently Reflex is now exclusive again, even though that makes no sense. He was in the item shop for 2 days. I don't consider him an exclusive at all anymore. I'm not even going to count that. Stealth Reflex is the exclusive version of Reflex. 147, not a lot of people running this skin. I didn't think this skin was that entirely difficult to obtain, but seems like a lot of people just don't have this one, and if they do have it, they're not running it. So Stealth Reflex here comes in at 147. Now we have 3 skins left to go over. The next one we have here is Dark Vertex at 125. Once again, another skin that doesn't seem too difficult to obtain. It's an Xbox exclusive, but it's a little bit expensive at the moment. I think it's like $100 for the entire set. So I can understand why a lot of people don't want to run this skin or don't want to get it. It's just because it's a little bit pricey to obtain. The second most exclusive is Honor Guard at 82. Again, another one of my personal favorites. It's just a blue overtaker, but I do genuinely enjoy the color scheme here. It really does make it feel like an exclusive skin because it just looks so glossy and it looks so shiny and flashy. So one of my personal favorites here, Honor Guard coming in at the second most exclusive skin out of all the other exclusive skins. And at number 1, the most exclusive is still Double Helix. I say still because I always assumed Double Helix was always the rarest one, just because of how hard it was to obtain. There's only 45 people running the Double Helix skin from last season. It's understandable why this skin is so rare. I made entire videos talking about Double Helix and why I think it is the rarest exclusive skin. Here's my opinion as to why I think Double Helix is super rare. Nintendo probably didn't see what was so special about Fortnite. So when Nintendo was like, okay, we'll give Fortnite a shot on our consoles and even make a console exclusive version, they put no effort into it. I mean, the console was literally blue and red. There was nothing unique about the console layout. There was no skins for it or anything. It was just this Double Helix bundle. Now, obviously this sold pretty decently, and that's why we have the Wildcat bundle, which even Nintendo was able to be like, okay, we're gonna put some more effort into this bundle, and we're gonna give it a nice looking Nintendo Switch. Like, they actually put in some effort onto the shell and as well as on the Joy-Cons and everything. It was actually unique, unlike Double Helix. So Double Helix, I think, was underdeveloped. I don't think they made too many of the Double Helix console, but I think they did make a lot more of the Wildcat just because Double Helix was, I guess, such a good seller, even though they barely sold any of them. That's my full thoughts on it. Double Helix is still the most exclusive skin out of all the other exclusives. What are your opinions on what we talked about today, guys? I'm going to be making a bunch more videos talking about the 1.3 million players tracked in replays with the most popular cosmetics from last season, because it's very interesting for me to see what everyone seems to be running, because there's a lot of people running a lot of different things, and I think that's genuinely a really cool thing. So that's it for the video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, let me know with a like, and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and turn on the bell just so you get all my latest uploads. And if you'd like to use me for support a creator, my code is ITF. You all have yourselves a good day or night, everyone. See ya.